Hi friends, this is Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome to my channel. I am coming by with going to be a quick video. We're working on this book that we're making for the Mayhem Junk Journal Challenge. And I'm just putting the fabric on the inside and the outside of the spine. So I went through everything I have and picked out a couple of things. I've got my book going in the right direction here, and what I'm going to do is just put this, I've got this pretty I guess it's kind of like a crochet type trim, and so I'm going to glue it in right here over the spine. And this is one reason I like using this tape, because if you see it through anything that you're using, it's neutral and it still looks good. It blends right in with this book too, especially with the brown over here. So, that's another reason I use that neutral colored tape. Let's see. So I've got my Fabri-Tac here, and try to see. I have another one here in case this one runs out, but I think we're good to go with this one. But yeah, I think this will be really pretty. As you can see, I'll show you real quick. It'll be like this when it's in. You'll be able to see this scalloped edge over here in the front, and then this pretty edge over here in the back. So let me move this over. Well, I guess I can keep it right here. Let me just move this over. This is my little glue pad here. And I'll put this right here so you can still see both things. And I'm going to put a little glue on the back of this. Well, I want to put enough glue to hold it down. So, good. So, I'm just going to put some on the edges first. I don't want it to ooze out, so I'm going to try not to overdo it. But go around the edges. I want the edges to stick down. Good. And of course I can always add more. And then after I do the edges, I'll put some in the middle. And this does have, like a crochet type look to it, so I don't want the glue oozing out of the holes either. So I'm just going to try to be careful and do some fine lines here in between the holes and everything on this trim. I think you can probably see most of what I'm doing here, but just then I'm going to dab it around, kind of try to get it all over the most solid spaces here. And this will be covered up with the pages, so if the glue did ooze out a little bit, you wouldn't be able to see it later. And I do want this to be glued down really good, I want it to stay in place really good. That's why I'm using the Fabri-Tac. And let's see now, let me put a little bit, kind of smear it around here on this part so that it doesn't ooze out later, but I have some glue all over, and I can put it on here too, but I just wanted to, there I can't control where the holes are, so that's why I'm putting it on here. So, and I want to get it, cover the tape, and then have it kind of even on both sides. So yeah, I just cut it. I went through everything I had here, trims and fabric, and it was a little bit of a hard decision to decide, but you just got to go for it, really. I mean, just kind of go for it sometimes, because you can drive yourself crazy trying to decide sometimes. So I was going to come on and say which one should I use, but on the spine, but then I said, I'm just going to go for it. I want this to be glued down in the little grooves here too, so I'm going to push that down in there. And don't have my bone folder here, but I have these scissors here. So I'm going to push it down in the groove and decide whether I need more glue on here. Then I want the glue to be shining through the fabric or through the trim here. I've put this on the outside of a journal before. I've never put it on the inside, so we'll see how this goes. But I mean, it's glued down good, nice and solid here on the edges. Top. Let's put a little bit right here on the corner. Let's see how we're doing on the bottom. A little bit on the bottom here. Get everything glued down. And that's good, good, good. We're good over here on these edges. A little bit right here. Okay, all the edges are good. Trying to drip here. I'm trying to see about this. I might let that dry and then decide if I need more, you know what I mean? So, let's see how we're looking. Got a little bit on my cover here. Let me get that off real quick. Okay, let's move this over here. Clean off my fingers. I'm going to see if we can do the front cover too. See if this is tacky. I think it feels good. I think we can turn it over. Go ahead and work on this side. So I said on my last video what works out best is to put the glue on the book on the front cover. It seems to be better as far as the glue not showing through the fabric when you put it on the book instead of the fabric. So let me see which way I want to do this. This is the fabric I picked out. I got this fabric. It was like a piece of, it was like a cover for something in the kitchen, I think. And so I got this at an estate sale. And I don't know, it's kind of a cotton feeling, so I don't know if it's anything special, but it's probably pretty old and vintage type fabric. So I think it looks cute with this cover. I kind of wanted to, it's not plain, but it's not, you know, overly colorful or anything, so I wanted to add some pizzazz to this cover. So, and we're supposed to be doing a floral theme, so I was going to put that trim on the outside, and I was like, well, you know, I'm just going to go for this floral theme, you know. Sometimes I kind of shy away from, you know, adding too much color on the spine when the cover is kind of plain, but I'm just going to go for it here. So let's see, let's put some glue on our, trying to make sure of where this is positioned. It's quite a bit over the tape here, and let's see, I think I want it more on the back, you know what I mean? So it's going to look like this, like that. Okay, so just a little bit over the tape on the front, and then the excess will be over the back. All right, so let's go for here. I'm just going to start putting glue a little bit in front of the tape, and like I said, I can always add more glue. Of Of course, glue you can wipe up if you put too much on too, hopefully. But get it in the groove here. And then we're going to get it all over. It's just, I'm doing just thin beads of glue so that it doesn't, you know, get all globby underneath the fabric and make lines or globs or anything. So I think we've got it pretty much everywhere. Don't want too much, but I want to be nice and strong. Okay, let's go for it. And I did rip this down the sides. I like that rough edge on the fabric usually. So we're going to just kind of drag it back here, cover up all of our glue, hopefully. Hopefully I didn't make my glue too wide. But yeah, I think we're good there. Let's see how we are, how far we're out. I'll pull it a little bit more back, I think. Yeah, I think that's, might have to add, oh, I think that's perfect actually. Okay, we're doing it. Yeah, I like the gold with the gold flowers here, and then the green adds a lot of color too, so I think it'll be pretty. I can always add some trim if I want to before we're done, like some green rickrack or something. Well, I'll see about that. I'll get my rickrack out and see if I want to add any kind of trim over this fabric in the next video. But I should have got my bone folder out. But yeah, I like to push in the little groove so it looks like a real, I mean it is a real spine, but I want it to look like a real book, a real spine. Like it was made this way from the beginning, you know. Okay. I think that's going to be pretty. Okay, and I think it's all, it feels like it's all down good and smooth. Let's see how, I'm going to cut the excess off. Let's see how it bends and looks. It's pretty, it really adds a lot to it. That's really pretty on the side. There's the back. Let's cut our excess fabric off here. I don't need to bend it around or anything. So let's see if we can cut that off evenly. Let's see which side I want to cut from. Maybe this side. Just a little easier to cut from this side for some reason. These are my fabric scissors. I don't want to really get glue on there if I don't have to. Okay, yeah, nice and even. A little piece there I might cut off. Let's see if I can cut. Nope, still got to cut from this side. Well, come on now, why aren't you cutting? Did I get glue on here? No, I don't feel any. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. There we go. And make sure these are clean. I did get a little something on there maybe. Okay. Let's see how we did. We got a little bit more to even up there on both ends. Just right here. Let's get that off. There we go. That looks better. And then this side had a little piece too, I think. Yeah, right here. Let's see if I can get that. And hopefully it looks good from the other side. Okay, so we're done with that little step there. I just had to pick that out, so I want to go ahead and do that on camera before I do anything else and get that done. It's holding good. It all looks good. So this is what it looks good. It looks from the inside. The pages will be in here like this, so you'll see the trim like that on this side. That looks pretty. And then you'll see, I've got fabric sticking to me here. The back little pages that I'm going to try to put back in here will be like this on this side. So that looks pretty there. That trim that you can see in between the pages and the, actually it'll probably be more, a little bit more. It won't be right in that groove. It'll be like right here. So you'll be able to see it like that. And then like this. I'd be like, here's the groove. So it'll be like over here. That'll be pretty. And then here's the outside so far. And I'm going to check out my thinner trims and see if we need some. I like this in the back just like that, how it's got more over here, so we probably won't put any trim there. We might put some trim in the front somewhere. It could be over the fabric or it could even be right there. So I'll experiment with that and be back with whether I decide to put trim anywhere, and I'm working on the ephemera, I think, first, trying to knock out some of those 25 things I have to do for the you know, Mayhem Junk Journal Challenge. I already did a guest check and crossed off a few things. I'll show you that real quick. I've got a guest check with ink on, or inked around. It's got fussy cut. I fussy cut these butterflies out of a napkin. These 3 butterflies made a paper flower. This could be considered bling, I think, this little shiny part of the flower. So I knocked off, what, 1, 2, 3 things at least with this, just with this guest check. So you can see how fast it goes when you combine things like that. So done for that, done for tonight, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.